Welcome to Wisdom Women, the podcast where we meet empowered women and uncover the stories that shape them. We dive into the role models who lifted them up, the moments that tested them, and what empowerment truly means and what it doesn't mean. From burlesque dancers turned breathwork facilitators to moms who moonlight as entrepreneurs, the wisdom here is raw, real, and undeniably contagious. So get ready to be inspired by the women who lived it. So please like and subscribe here today and welcome my guest, our returning guest friend. We have Amanda Alappat with us today. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Rachel. Thanks so much for having me back on.
Oh my gosh, I know last time we met, it was more on the Instagram live world and there was just like tech gremlins and things happening. So I was so happy that you said yes so that we could just do it again. Why not? Have a little fun here. So just as a quick intro, if anyone's just meeting Amanda for the first time as my guest, she is someone that I have known now. Actually, I think it's been like 3 years.
Yeah.
Or 2 and some change.
Just
We
about
met
3.
right? And it's like first we were just in touch online and there was we knew both of the Sarah Jenks coach that we met at one of her first retreats after COVID. What was it called? Like Reunion or something like that. I forget the name of it, but it was like amazing and fantastic. And then we figured out that we were reachable, local to us, each other, sort of. She's in the Poconos area in Pennsylvania. And I have been lucky that Amanda has been like letting me crash at her place sometimes in the Pennsylvania because it's late at night after I attend her fantastic Red Rose women's circles, which have absolutely changed my life, brought in so many beautiful friendships into my world. But I know you do so much more. And obviously you have such a fantastically cool story of where you've come from. So just tell us maybe a little bit about what you do.
Okay. Well, way back when in a former life, I was a personal trainer for 20 years. I did 10 years in a corporate gym and then I did 10 years on my own. And through that trajectory, I found yoga. I became a pre and postnatal certified trainer and teacher and became a birth doula. I was also a champion boxer and my life was just centered around fitness and movement. I went on to have my first child in a 70-hour home birth and then a second child, also home birth during peak COVID. And it was after that birth that I just did not want to return to the fitness industry, given the nature of the world. And I was very burnt out from it. And though it served me well, I loved my career. I had phenomenal clients. I was just kind of done. And in some capacity or another, I was hosting women's gatherings because I had yet discovered ceremony. And it was actually a women's retreat in 2020 that I went on that I really got the embodied sense of what is a sacred ceremony. And I came back from that retreat, started holding them. And, concurrently through this time, my husband and I would host yoga, art, and meditation retreats, yoga, art, adventure retreats, weekends retreats. But my life started to transform as I found and reclaimed the divine feminine. And also that Sarah Jenks retreat played a pivotal role. We moved from Manhattan to the country. That played a very big role. And in, April of 2023, I opened a temple to the goddess in rural Pennsylvania. I like to say it is a garage space. But as you probably could attest to, there is something really magical and powerful about that space. And the first time I held a circle there, it felt like a remembrance, like I had been doing it in that spot for lifetimes. And so I hold ceremonies twice a month on a wide range of topics and themes and Wheel of the Year and Earth holidays. And the main pillars of the Red Rose Temple and community are sisterhood, beauty, the divine feminine, and most importantly, collaboration. So I am always teaming up with women because I really see the space as an incubator and as a way for women to practice stepping into leadership roles, teaching roles, sharing their gifts. And it's just been the most incredible thing. And then second to that, I am a mom of 3 young children. My last birth was also a home birth, but unassisted.
Mhm.
I have witnessed and supported over 50 births. And that has been an extraordinary aspect of my life because there is no greater honor than being invited into a woman's birthing space and to
Mhm.
be trusted in that role.
Mhm.
And then finally, my husband and I have a family business called Spark. It's art, yoga, and meditation for children. And last year we added in a nature component. So we started a forest school. It's really my baby. It's called Spark Nature. It's once a week. We just launched our YouTube channel because we are really committed to starting a mission to get children
Mhm.
outside and engaged in nature. And we really hope to inspire teachers, educators, just grown-ups, parents, to see the value in doing something like this and, very generously giving away our secrets and our curriculum and our lessons and, just inspiring others to to really step up for these kids.
Mm. I that yeah, we were just talking before we started recording this. I was like, "Okay, that is a lot. That is a lot you have going
Yes,
on."
yes, feeling quite expansive in this moment in time.
Expensive. That's what we call it. It's expensive. It's great.
Yes,
Well, it is
yes.
all beautiful things, and I do really love the work that you do with the kids too, because I've watched your summer camps that you do, and even your oldest daughter, Aria's come into some of our women's circles
Yeah.
for, like, I forget the one was the dark and the light. We were talking about the moon, I think, a little bit, and she's just so engaged, and she always loves to be involved, and,
Well,
you
every
know
circle she begs me.
I know.
And I have to have a boundary because, it is, um, for women. And
Yeah.
I do think having an 8-year-old present does change things, but I try to loop her in into village prenatal ceremonies and
Yeah.
anything around
And the
pregnancy.
mother-daughter ones you
We
do.
do our mother-daughter circles.
Beautiful.
Yep. We have an upcoming witchy mother-daughter weekend.
Yay.
And, I told her when she gets her first bleed,
Uh-huh.
then she's welcome.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think that is like, I think back to like teen years of my life and what a different kind of level of self-awareness and empowerment and feeling that. I've always said that in like circles that I've done around like, we're missing this. We're missing the
Mhm,
village. We're
mhm.
missing having aunties and cousins and other women and the maidens and all of
Yeah.
that like just sharing that energy. I mean, for me it's more about the dance always, right? Like, it's the
Mhm.
body and movement and embodiment, and I love, the stories you hear about the belly dance was usually made for women. We were meant
Yeah.
to tell the story to each other
Mhm.
to keep, and the men would kind of be around the edges of it
Yes.
all, doing their own things, doing their
Yes.
own very important sacred work. But, oh, I think there is something I hear it's happening more. There's more women kind of getting information about running women's circles and
Definitely.
and running them ethically and facilitating with the right kind of flow and
Mhm.
things like that.
Mhm.
I mean, I how did you learn, like, how to kind of hold that space and
I
bring it
think,
in?
ironically, being a personal trainer, fitness instructor, yoga teacher really taught me how
Yeah.
to listen because for that hour that I was working with my clients, I was attuned to them. I was paying attention. They had my full focus. And when I
Mm,
was teaching classes, I would command the room and take them on a journey and know how to hold a coherent container.
yeah.
And, that really wove in quite seamlessly. Also, the same thing, being at a birth,
Mm,
knowing how to be a backbone of a room without making it my agenda.
mhm.
And I also think just practice.
Yeah.
I am a slow and steady, very consistent person. And so I take one circle at a time. You know, I
Yeah.
also, my undergrad is elementary education. So teacher, I have my notes. I
Yeah.
have my,
Yep, yep.
lesson. Well, you see, I come in with my Sharpie notes and,
Me too. I don't
yeah,
remember.
I'm very organized. I do a lot of back end work. Of course, you can
Mhm.
never quite know how a circle or a ceremony will unfold. It so much depends on who shows up, but I'm very clear in the agreements. I'm very clear
Yeah.
in etiquette, you
Mhm.
know, and I think the women get
Yeah.
it, you
Yeah.
know. And
This
look,
might be a great space, actually. I'm just thinking now out loud, like, maybe somebody doesn't know what a circle is and is they've never really or they didn't under like, is this a cult? Is this like something kind of like, against the church, against my religion in some way? Like, maybe you could walk us through briefly, like, kind of
Yeah,
what is a women's
yeah.
circle?
It's an everyday occurrence and also a step away from the mundane.
Mhm,
I believe, it's a practice, it's an
mhm,
art, it is an act of devotion. I feel like it's something ancient that we used to do for a multitude of reasons. Like you were just saying,
mhm,
song
mhm.
and dance, rites of passage, big milestones, and then just so much of life. Women sat in circle and cooked and
Yeah,
just lived life. And I feel like in modern times, we have really been pitted against each other. We're isolated
mhm,
in our homes. You know,
mhm,
many of us are functioning with sister wounds, witch wounds, mother wounds, right? We don't fully
mhm.
trust women. Um, there's an undercurrent of competition. You know, you can't fully shine because you don't want to intimidate other people. And that's just not my jam.
Mhm.
And I believe that we could either complain about culture or we could actually create culture. And I feel like women's circles are such a beautiful way to create and change culture and really give women an embodied experience of like, we're actually very similar.
Mhm.
We actually have very similar struggles. We have common resonance. We are
Mhm.
not alone and it actually feels so much better to form alliances and support systems and webs of love and sisterhood versus me against you, or your success is a threat to me, or if you rise, that means I shrink. Like I just don't function under that patriarchal brainwashing.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I do love to collaborate because I have literally sat next to so many amazing women and created with tremendous ease.
Mhm.
And I share generously, you know, the
Yeah.
space, whatever, you know, money we do create, I share. And
Mhm.
I believe a high tide rises all ships.
Mhm. Yeah.
And hold on. Yes, love. I don't have pizza.
This is the real deal. This
Yeah.
is
This is
like
my 2-year-old toddler looking for pizza.
when you wake up and think about pizza, "Oh, there she is. Hi, Asia. Hi,
So
sweetie."
yeah, so I think you know, a circle also tends to be a little bit more casual. A ceremony is a little
Mhm.
bit more um in it less personality, less
Right,
chattiness.
right.
But I love both. I
Yeah,
hold both. I think both is needed.
yeah,
And you know, it's an open invitation for any woman who is willing to kind of step into the unknown and have that first, you know,
yeah.
initiatory experience.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. No, I do. I feel like, it's something that I was always missing. Like I grew up Catholic, but had kind of moved away from that community a bit, just my own reasons, whatever. And but I knew I was still really craving like ceremony and celebrating other women's kind of work through it could be trauma, it could be celebrations, it could
mhm,
be
mhm,
like last time I was there, I think we were doing Maybon, like, it was kind of like
mhm.
honoring the fall equinox and feeling the transitions of the year and just
Yeah.
enjoying that together. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's such
think
a beautiful thing to know that twice a month
mhm,
I can leave my roles and responsibilities, leave my
right.
to-do list and my duties, have a space to pause and drop in, have a
Mhm,
space to be seen
mhm,
and witness because I feel like so much of the medicine is in being seen and seeing someone.
mhm,
And I also just want to presence this really important point in circles and ceremony is that we're not here to save anyone. We're not here to
mhm,
offer advice or suggestions. We don't have to rescue anyone.
mhm,
Right? I think so much conditioning for women is like if you're having a problem, I
mhm.
just immediately go to, did you try this? What if you did that? I
Mhm.
did this. That I know my friend who did, right? Like we don't have to do any of that because we trust that the medicine that each woman needs is inside of her.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that she has the wisdom, that she has the knowing, that sometimes she just needs the pause,
Mhm.
the space, the quiet, the beauty
Yeah.
to reconnect to that part of herself.
Mm, that's what it is. That's a beautiful summary. I really love that. That is the truth around, like, I honestly think I take the drive out to the Poconos to just kind of, like,
Have
defrag,
that
like,
moment.
reset,
Mhm.
hear what's going on inside of myself, hear where I am, and you bring such mindful, like, beautiful prompts for us to kind of think through, on our own journeys of whatever it
Mhm.
is we're going through, so and I do, it's like I see the women that come back to your circles over and over again, and I've said this in the circles, it's like, everyone is changing, like, there's
Yeah.
some kind of beautiful joy and confidence and
I mean, we have women putting on festivals,
yeah,
we
yeah,
have women
the
doing
flower moon, your
yeah,
retreat, you guys did a retreat this year too as well, right? Like, that
yeah,
was
it's just been so fascinating.
mm,
It hasn't been like 1 or 2 women, it's been
yeah,
so many women, and I'm not saying it's me, I'm saying that's the power of gathering in
correct.
ceremony, in circle, doing the work, and then having the alliances, having the support.
Yeah.
A woman opened a store down the road of all
Mhm.
non-toxic, beautiful handmade, homemade ingredients. Like, it is so inspiring, to see women rising up.
Yeah, yeah, and to all
And
their
yes, I did
beautiful
a retreat.
skills.
Uh
Yes, so how did that retreat go? That was in August, right?
That
That
was in
was
August, yep, I did
yeah,
it with, Brandy, who, you may or may not know is someone who I lead a lot of circles with, a lot of ceremonies with. She is our temple decorator,
yeah,
and she has just brought so much of her artistry to every circle, which has just enhanced, you know,
yeah,
the experience. Because I feel like when you walk up the steps and you walk into the temple and you see these displays of just breathtaking beauty, that's so much a part of it.
mhm,
But she and I teamed up for a Rage Release Rebirth
yeah.
retreat, which was very edgy for me because I am the, bright, white, positive light. Um, and she is more of the dark goddess, the shadow, the depths, the dark.
Yeah,
So we work really well together.
yeah,
And it was so fascinating because through my presence, she's been invited more into joy, and
mhm,
through her presence, I've been invited more into shadow.
yeah.
And we just co-wove this phenomenal, beautiful retreat
It looked really
that
nice. Yeah,
it changed my life.
yeah. As a
It
facilitator too, right? Like, even when I do them, I'm like, leading into it, I'm like, "Oh, what's gonna happen this time?" Like,
Yes.
what's the new button of "Do it, get it done, here it happens."
Yes. Yeah, so I, like, knew that because I've held many retreats that, leading up to it is a bit of a fire walk, and,
Yeah,
life is making sure I was very prepared, and I had a lot of good personal material to work with.
mhm,
But that's what we said to the women, like, we are walking this path with you. We are, and that's what I love about Circle too. There's no hierarchy.
right,
There's no leader at the top. We are a circle of equals, no beginning and no end. So just because we're facilitating it doesn't mean we have it figured out.
mhm.
In fact, we don't. That's why we're doing this.
I wonder if that's why a lot of women hesitate, doing this or organizing it or saying like, "I have this idea, I really wanna do it, but I feel like I just took a little Reiki course, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about." So it's like, that's why don't you speak to that a little bit, like, around, like, who is allowed to create women's circles?
Any woman,
Mhm.
literally any woman.
Yeah,
And some of my community's reflections back to me is that the more that I actually share authentically about
yeah,
what's really going on in my life, the safer the space feels. Because I think for a while, I was the facilitator, I was
right.
the space holder, I was a step back because I wanted to make sure everyone and everything was taken care of.
Mhm,
And actually, Shayla was the one
mhm,
who said, "You could do both." And in
yeah,
fact, when you share, like, it just changes things. It makes us feel like we're all on the same page.
Right.
And it was really good. And it wasn't that I didn't feel safe to or that I was insecure that my stuff wasn't figured out. I think I had just forgotten that this was also a place for me to
Yeah.
really share what's on my heart.
Yeah.
But yes, any woman who has the desire, who has the vision, who has the dream,
Mhm.
who's willing to do the work because it is
Mhm.
work.
Mhm.
Um, every circle I do bust my ass
Yeah.
to make it happen.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I think we show up as our raw, messy, real selves, and that's really where the magic is. We don't
Yeah.
have to come polished and perfect.
No. Right, I think the first step is to just start attending circles
Mhm,
regularly and really
mhm,
start to feel what feels like how like your special way of bringing that to your own
mhm.
community,
Mhm.
because I think
And that's
that is
something,
where
yeah, I
yeah.
definitely, make sure that I go sit in other women's circles and
Mhm.
retreats and ceremonies so I could receive also, so I don't always have to be responsible,
Yeah.
um, to put it on.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, like, complete
Yeah,
like, the theme of the past 5 years for me has been, like, "Fill up my cup, fill up my cup before I can be a giver," in that way.
yeah.
I mean, that's part of motherhood, I think. The hard lesson that comes sometimes. Yeesh.
Oh, yes.
Well, okay, so usually I talk to each guest about empowerment and who are the women role models in their lives. And you answered this before, but I mean, I'd love to just, since time has happened since our last discussion, what are your thoughts? Any role models or experiences around empowerment that feel like they need to be shared here?
I think I think that empowerment has to come from within.
Hmm.
The same way that we have to source safety from within, I don't think someone could give it to you. And I think it's just a matter of finding spaces for you to remember it, to touch it, to hone it, to cultivate it. And I
Right.
do think that that's the other thing about circles and ceremonies that I love so much. It's because I can't make you feel empowered,
Right.
but I could create an experience where through that experience, there's an organic unfolding of it.
Yeah.
um, Especially when we do partner work where we're actively listening, where we're
Mhm.
reflecting back, where we're witnessing women in their truths and in their vulnerabilities. Um, and then the feeling that comes from being seen
Uh-huh.
and not being judged or killed or, talked about.
Or performing or something like yeah, like, I have to say this right or anything, yeah.
Yes. Yes. I also recently picked fitness back up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, lucky
And I
you.
do feel like empowerment comes from cultivating strength within.
Yeah.
It's really like I set it down for a while because I was burnt out. I had children. We moved all of the excuses. Um, but now coming at it through the lens of tending to my body as something that's sacred. And
Mhm.
every time I squat or lunge and like really feel the strength within, like that gives me such a level of confidence and empowerment
Mhm.
that again, I'm not sourcing externally. I'm not looking for someone to
Mhm.
boost me. I'm having a physical experience of it.
Yeah. That's, that comes out. I got to do some boxing with Amanda last time I was visiting. I was holding the gloves, and I was like, "Damn, girl." Like, it's like
Oh yeah.
something is coming out of you, like, it's like a
Yeah.
serious force,
Yeah.
and
And
you're
I
such
think
a
the race
professional with
retreat
it.
really like unlocked the block.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now it's such like so much more accessible and I've woven boxing back into my life on a regular basis and it's just like it feels so good to have an outlet for that kind of expression.
Mm,
Um Yeah. And
that's
also, I will
sweet.
say every woman that I collaborate with, co-create with, co-weave with, are such role models to me because I know it's
Mhm.
scary to do it, especially for the
Mhm.
first time,
Mhm.
or especially if you're new at it or you're just dipping your toe. And I'm so inspired that these women are saying yes because I put the invitation out
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
everyone,
Mhm.
and the ones that take me up on it and bring their magic is so special.
Ah, I love that too. I think that is really special about even when you're sitting in circle and it's kind of like your turn to share. Like this is how I get to speak
Mhm.
uninterrupted
Mhm.
without the male gaze or having to perform in some way and to be my true self. And that happens, I think, when the women in your group, especially that are like their gifts are coming out of that as well. Like, well, what else do I got inside me? Like,
Mhm.
what else is in here that's
Yeah,
waiting to be heard? That's fantastic.
definitely.
Love all that
And I hope
stuff.
the Red Rose is a place and a space that women always could come home to,
Yeah.
as they grow and step out into greater platforms and,
Yeah.
bring their work further and further out. Like they know that there's always this little spot where we'll be gathering hopefully for, years and years and lifetimes to come where it's always a place to call home.
Yeah. Yeah, my goal has been that I will be there at the Red Rose into my crone phase. Like that's
Very
where
fun. I can't wait till we're all like elders and uh, you know.
liking that break of it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, thank you for that. And now we have something a little new that we do here on season 4. Oh my gosh, my brain is today. And where we do a rapid fire set of questions. So,
Yeah.
are you up for that? Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it can be one or a few words. It doesn't have to be one word, but like these are some great questions. So the first question is your power word. What is the one word that instantly makes you feel strong and unstoppable?
Ruthless.
Ruthless. I love you.
And, like,
Less.
in the best way possible,
Yeah. Yeah.
Just,
Great.
I've been feeling really ruthless lately.
I love it. Okay, here we go. The next question, your magic fuel. What's your go-to food or drink that powers your energy?
Oh, my morning latte,
Latte.
which is a double shot of espresso with half milk, half and a half, and some maple syrup and a scoop of collagen powder.
Oh my gosh, that sounds
And
like a meal. That sounds
yeah,
great.
yeah, it's my morning ritual.
I love that. One kryptonite, one word for the thing that drains your power the fastest.
People pleasing.
People play. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. So good. Your soul tool. What's the one practice, meditation, journaling, anything that you would never give up?
Circle.
Circle time, women circling. All right. Number 5 here, your rise word. One word that sums up how you want women to feel after hearing your story today.
Alive.
I love that. I think that's definitely happening here today. All right. Well, that is our rapid fire questions. And then we're going to pull a card, of course.
Okay. Yay.
But I have a new deck. So let me pull that. Actually, just forgot to put it by myself. It's right here. Okay. This is a friend of mine's. I told her I'm holding them for her. She wasn't using them right now, so I'm borrowing them. They're the Modern Mythology Oracle. My
Ooh,
camera's not
beautiful.
flipped around, but so I am going to, just like the last time that we were together, I'm going to begin shuffling these very beautiful cards. They're divided into 4 sections: the realms, the gods, the goddesses, the angels, and the creatures. I pulled these, they're really cool cards. So I'm going to begin shuffling. I'll clear them out and we'll pull one oracle card. When you're feeling it's good, just say
Okay.
stop.
All right. I think they're ready.
This is the one. Okay. They're ready. Here we go. Oh, interesting. Okay. This is a I think the camera still flips it, but it's the goddess of self-sufficiency.
Oh.
And it says at the bottom, nobody is coming to save you. You can save yourself. Just like you were talking about, that power, empowerment is within us, perhaps. Let me
Also, I'm
see.
extremely self-sufficient, so lands.
That lands. Okay. I'm opening to the page. Let's give a brief little, let's hear what it has to say. Once a mortal woman, the goddess of self sufficiency was one of many wives to a great emperor. And because of this marital arrangement, she felt unloved and inadequate, constantly seeking external validation. One day, as she held her newborn child, their eyes locked and she experienced a profound realization of extraordinary love. The baby's perfection and wholeness made her see that she too had always been complete and enough since birth. The goddess of self sufficiency teaches the dual meaning of self sufficiency, not only being able to provide for yourself, but also recognizing that your inherent worth and completeness. She reveals that true self sufficiency comes from within. You just said this.
Mm.
And cannot be found in external validation or material possessions. Invoke the goddess of self sufficiency to help you see your inherent worth and wholeness. She will manifest herself to help you end your search for external validation and cultivate a deep sense of self love and self acceptance.
Mm.
She reminds you that you are enough just as you are.
I love that.
So be it. Oh my gosh, that was really beautiful.
So good.
So on par with our discussion.
And the
What do you
blue, I
think?
love the blue too.
It's real, yeah. The blue is really perfect for this type of card. Oh, really beautiful artwork. And I love that there is two definitions of self-sufficiency,
Mhm,
not burning ourselves out and not accepting help when we need
mhm.
it, but that everything we need and even how much we should be giving, the knowledge is within us.
Amen.
Amen.
Mhm.
Girl, all right. So here we go. We're wrapping up our time today. Can you just share with us how people can work with you, find you, hear
Yep.
more about everything you're doing?
You can find me at amandaalapat.com or Amanda Alappat on Instagram.
Yep.
Like we talked about, I hold 2 circles or ceremonies a month.
Mhm.
We have one on October 17th, which is a release ceremony, and then on October 30th for Samhain,
Mhm.
which is like the Wheel of the Year Halloween, which is
Right.
always such a treat.
Yeah.
I attend home births, sovereign births, unassisted births in the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area. I also do coaching for women who want to start their own circles, who want to start their own forest school,
Mhm.
who are navigating the birth realm or pregnancy, who are not quite sure which path or which direction they want to go. So I do a lot of guidance and support around that. And Spark PA
Yeah.
is our art, yoga, nature, and meditation business for kids. Spark Nature is our YouTube channel. And so, yeah, find me
And
in
what
any.
age is Spark for typically? Like,
Interestingly enough, this week we just held our first ever teen night.
oh my gosh.
So on Friday night we invited kids 12 and up to come
Hmm.
because for the both of our programs and classes in forest school, it's 4 to 11,
Okay.
right? The late elementary school age, and we were just really sensing the need
Mm.
of spaces for older kids to gather, and so we said, why not do a teen night once a month? And, our oldest is 8, so we're not quite,
Right.
in the teen years, but it was fascinating to hang out with a handful of mostly 12, 13, 14-year-olds
Mhm.
and hear from them because we
Yeah.
asked, "What would you like us to create? What's troubling you? What's challenging? How do you feel about phones and technology? Like, you've
Yeah.
never known life without this."
Mhm.
And we're in devotion. I'm in devotion to families and children and women. And that doesn't stop when a child turns 11 or 12.
Yeah. Right.
And so we just want to, the same way we want everyone that we work with to feel like this is a safe sanctuary, that they could come here and be themselves. We really wanted that for teens. So
Yeah.
October 24th is our next one. And
Mm.
yeah,
So they can connect at the Spark PA
yeah, Instagram or Facebook.
Instagram or Facebook and
Mhm,
get all those dates and
mhm.
things like
Or
that.
if you find me on, regular Instagram, you could reach
Yeah.
out to me
We'll
there.
just find you. We'll find you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Well, thank you so much again,
Thank you, Rachel.
Amanda.
I love you so much. I adore you.
Oh, this is so sweet, and I love our talks, and I think that, I'm always excited and just feeling really lucky and a lot of gratitude for connecting. That's why anybody that's watching this, I really do encourage you, if you're local, just reach out. We'll find you a circle, but finding and connecting with women that are doing this work and or just finding your village or creating one near you, I think that is, like even if it's just
Essential.
coming together, it's this is what it's about, like, all these groups around the world where we can support each other and
Mhm.
in all of the phases of our life or what's going on in the world, this is where we can come together. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Amanda. See you
Have a
next
beautiful, blessed
time.
day.